Hey everybody, I hope you're doing well. Hope you are doing well. Look on the screen, we see a woman here in distress. And man, I found this so very disturbing when I heard about it. It's one of those things you're like, wait a minute, say what? What happened? And the title of the video, Black women are never believed. Never, never believed. But blamed for everything. Listen, I'm surprised right now they haven't blamed black women for the war. I could just see it now. Oh, black women knew that was going to happen. You knew that was going to happen. You're like, what are you talking about? Oh, Becky, yeah, she knew that was going to happen. The black woman's fault. It was going to happen, the war. What? I mean, I'm surprised they're not blaming us for the war. It'll be something like, well, I heard that your play cousin's husband's sister on the grandmother's side work at the White House, and that she, and it's like, what are you talking about? It, I'm surprised they're not blaming us for global warming. I am surprised they're not blaming us for global warming. Again, we can be victims in society just going for a little walk, minding your business. It can be a out of control car from a police chase, a bank robbery going on, and you look up, oh my goodness, the car got in the curb when I was trying to run. And then when I was trying to run, I saw the car approaching. What happened? Oh, I fell into this table on the sidewalk and I hurt myself. Well, you should have been, listen, you were looking the wrong way when you were running. It's like, what are you talking about? You should have ran a little faster. Why did you choose to run on that street? You didn't know it was going to be a bank robbery ahead of time. And you're like, hell to the no, I didn't. So it's not surprising when things happen in life, we are not believed. Let's get to the point of the story. Young woman here, her father's educated. She got her college degree, and her dad he has his own business, but he didn't hire her. So he has, like, let's say a franchise. Okay, he got a franchise. So, one of the other franchisees was hiring at their location. So the dad reached out to him, let him know, hey, my daughter just graduated college. She has a degree, yada, yada, yada. Okay, yeah, they do an interview. And so she gets hired. So she goes over there to work, okay? The franchise is owned by the Clear Man. All right, so this is Brad's franchise. She goes there and she's working and she's in training, what have you. Okay, great. So, in dealing with one of the customers, nothing went bad, like really like, oh, off the scene, off the rails bad, but she had a suggestion to service a customer, and it was kind of it's like, hey, you know what I think might be a good idea, and she's presenting this to the business owner. It might be a good idea to maybe implement this policy, and so she's discussing it. She is the only minority in this small office. Okay. And she was like, hey, so this way, you can retain customers more because the customer expressed interest in this. So maybe we can incorporate this. So she's presenting her idea thinking, hey, it may be, appreciated. I think the fact that other people were around in the small office, he took it a different kind of way, as if you're usurping my power. And that was not it. Just again, presenting an idea. So when this happened, she said he became very, very angry, and he started like reprimanding her, you were trying to do it this way, yada, yada, yada. And so she said his voice became a little aggressive and he became loud, and you can hear a pin fall. Everybody's looking to him like, whoa. So she said, as he was speaking to her, became rather aggressive, his face was angry. She said at that point, because they're both standing facing each other, she started to go ahead and back up. So she's kind of backing up a little bit, like, ooh, kind of like, wow, what if this just a suggestion? What if this go like really bad? So she starts to back up. She says, as she's backing up, he's walking toward her closely. And I said, oh, in my mind, I'm like, okay, so now it's about to be what they call showtime. Yeah. I am feeling, it's about to be showtime. So she's backing up and he's walking toward her. She said at that point, he took his hand on her chest and pushed her against a desk. And she said a few things on the desk moved. At that point, everybody just looking. Young girl out of college, she got scared. And so she just hopped in her vehicle and just left. Me, I wish she would have called the police for assault. You're going to be fired anyway. But I wish she would have called the police. Somebody put their hands on you, call 911. While you're on the property, call from your car. So she didn't do that. She got scared. And she's like, everybody's looking at her, and he was still yelling at her. It was like, wow, he really went there. So she got scared, hopped in the vehicle, and she drove home. Drove home, stayed there. And of course, the guy let her know that she's fired, right? Yeah. The father gets home. Oh, yeah. She did say she called her dad. Called her dad and explained what happened. And you're expecting at this point, hey, I'm going to be there for you. Oh, it's my daughter. Oh, no, this is not what, no, it's not going down like this today. You would expect, if she calls her dad, that he would contact that particular business owner, franchisee, and say, hey, my daughter says this, here what's happening. No, 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 no. He tells her, are you still at work? He tells her, get back to work and we'll talk about when you get home. Red flag. She didn't go back to work. She's like, everybody looking at her. She's embarrassed. He's pushed her, yelling at her, pushed her in her chest with his hand, pushed her back. She didn't go back to work. Understandable. She gets home. The dad gets home because she's living. Just so you know, she's living with her mom and dad. Okay. He comes home, and she told him what happened, and she's not going back there. She's afraid. It scared her. You know what the father said to her? The father told her, I don't believe that happened. I couldn't believe it. She's like, what? He tells her he does not believe that happened. He says he knows that man. He's ran into him in, I guess, socializing or networking. She was lucky that he hired her. The father said he didn't believe that happened and that he don't believe that the man did it. So now she's like flabbergasted. Then he's telling her, keep in mind, doesn't believe her. He doesn't know what happened. He doesn't believe her, that she needs to get back to work. And she's like, I'm not going back up there. She's like, why don't you call and talk to him? She's like, other people were there. He said that he thinks his own daughter was lying. You don't even get the benefit of the doubt in your own home. It's just like that Patreon video that I did about that black woman on her job. And Becky was up sleeping with the manager and not doing her work and then taking like 2 and 3 hour lunches, what have you. And then when work needed to be done, she wants to go ahead and put on a black woman's desk to get this done because, she's sleeping with the manager. She's up there working on her back. And then when she's gone for a 2 or 3 hour lunch to do whatever, this needs to get done, she slided to a black woman. So the black woman, long story short, refused to do the job, right? She's like, no, I've done my job. I've done mine. You need to get this on your own. Next thing you know, what happens? There is an HR meeting that we all need to work together as a team. And when someone calls on you to assist, let's be a team. Let's get the job done. Oh, so she went to the manager and told that she's on a 2 or 3 hour lunch. Didn't do her job. She asked you to do it and you didn't do it. So now it's teamwork. And then on top of that, the manager went ahead and put the responsibility on her. Get this done. Go ahead and work with her. And it's like, you got to be kidding me. So now you're doing $2 for the price of one. Then she goes home, talks to her husband, and what does he do? He lets her know that, hey, she needs that job now. You just got to deal with some things. And I said, wow, I said, look what's going on here. She doesn't understand. Maybe she did, but I said, at this point, I knew then. I said, look at that. This woman, a black woman, by the way, her husband was a dusty. He didn't work. I said, wow, look at what's happening here. She's seeing that she is not protected on the job because Brad is sleeping with Becky over here. And so, of course, he's got her back. No protection on the job. I said, look what's happening. Then you come to your own home and your man, she's a sole provider. He can't say, honey, that was wrong. I'm sorry that happened. You know what? Maybe start looking for something else. Nothing constructive. What they did was wrong to you. I'm sorry. No. He's letting her know, hey, you need that job. You got to deal with some things. I said, so look what's happening. I said, she's getting a lesson that you're not protected in the outside environment, but even with your man in your own home, and not everybody's like this, but I said, but even in the home, you're not protected. Even in your own home, you are not protected. He's putting it on you. You just got to deal with it because you need that job. Wow. Where is your protection? What good of hell is he? He's already a burden, a liability because he doesn't have any income. He's sitting at home all day. I said, wow. I said, look at the damage here. You're not protected on the job, not even protected in your home. And then I thought about this case. When I heard about it, I was like, oh, so hold on a minute. So back to the one at the office. So with all that going on, she's very adamant about what happened, speaking with her father. You're not going to believe this part. This is where I had to say, stop. I know you didn't say this. Do you know her father said the guy was a colleague and he don't believe that happened, and told her to get back to work. She said she wasn't going back there. She was scared. No comfort at all. Black women are never believed. Guess what happened? I get a call from a relative. Yep, she's here with her bags. I thought she was staying with you. He put her out. You heard me. It's one of those things you cannot make this up. Now, would all black men respond like this? No, I don't think so. My dad would have been up there. I've already seen him get activated. When there was a problem with my brother in school, somebody bullying him. Oh, he went up there, point him out. Who is it? Let's go. Went to the principal, and he made it really clear. Here's what's happening. Here's my son. He's pointed them out. These three over here. And my father made it real clear that if you can't handle it, it happens again. Oh, I will. And he wasn't a street guy. He was a businessman, self-employed. A father's supposed to be able to handle things. Protection. That's what my dad did. He let him know. And the issue stopped. Because it was going to be, we're not going to do a report. I'm just letting you know. He let him know real quick what's going to happen. If you can't handle it, then I'll handle it. And here's how it's going to be handled, which I'm not going to say on the show. Yes, my father, the businessman, he pulled the hell up, because what you're not going to be doing is abusing the kids. You got it wrong. You got that all wrong. And that's why hearing this, I was like, what? Her father, she refused to go back to work at that office. He put his own daughter out. I'm like, did something else happen? It's like, no, this is what happened. And he put her out. I'm like, when we talked to him, he put her out. Do you not see the damage? That's why when I heard the things happen, like that went down with Tyler Perry and that dude. Okay, this right here, it was not good, it's bad, and then some other stuff came up. I'll do my video. It's not going to be no 4 or 5, 10 or what. No, because the guy's going to get paid, it's going to sell and move on. And trust me, he'll make more money from that than he will in any acting career. He'll be making more money than a black actor that's been working for the last 10, 20 years in Hollywood. Trust and believe. We'll never believe. Not that we're discounting somebody's pain, but as a black woman, we're never. A lot of cases we're not believed. And I was like, wow. He put the daughter out. I could not believe. It's like, you have got to be kidding me. He hasn't even tried to step to this man and find out what's going on. Put the daughter out. What happened? She didn't go back there. They did patch things up, but she had to apologize to her father in order to move back in. Apologize to her father. What kind of protector is that? So he believed, and it's things like this here that people are enduring that we don't want to talk about. Again, with my father, it would have went a little bit differently. I can assure you, my father would have been up there to talk to him. What's going on? And it wouldn't have been, hey, buddy. It would have been, my daughter tells me this. I need to hear your explanation. And you can go ahead and, act crazy if you want. I just think he would have addressed the issue. I'm not saying he wouldn't have been up there and beat somebody down. He would have addressed the issue. Oh, hell to the yeah. He would have addressed the issue. It wouldn't have been put me out. That's crazy to me. And then you wonder why they want to talk about black women are masculine, because you have to be while you're thrown to the wolves every darn day of your life. Thrown to the wolves. So when I heard other people say, someone said, you don't seem so sympathetic. What the hell you want me to do as a black woman? So that's the problem. People expect us, time something goes bad, it's like, oh, black women are not believed. So time somebody has a little hiccup, we're supposed to be there with some loving arms. Honey, my name is not Mammy Brown. And what's going on, guess what? You deal with that. We have enough going down. Again, I'm not Mammy Brown. Run to the black woman. She's going to understand. Where is our understanding? It's stuff like that. Do you know how that breaks a woman down? Stuff like that. And this is a 2-parent home. Set you up for abuse. So when it happens, you don't find it to be obtuse. Used to it. Starts in the home. I've been had my opinion about the man, but this really did it. I don't know if this is a Sambo or I couldn't believe it. His own daughter? I've never heard of her having an allegation before. Or you know what? Maybe it's fear. So that's why I say when I see people talking about, oh, the first black person to do this, everybody deserves a chance. Oh, trust and believe. Everybody deserves a chance. Of course. But you need to understand in these situations, don't think because you got somebody that looks like you, oh yeah, and they're going to understand my plight. No, it could be somebody that looks like you. And guess what? You might want to get ready for the abuse. Don't find that obtuse. You might want to get ready for the abuse. I have seen, and again, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. I have seen black men and black women in positions, and time is somebody that looks like them. They want to get along so bad, they'll go against their own. I'm not saying you got to be all up in the face. No, it's just like you look at it, it's like, wow, look at that. They'll see stuff and just, and somebody ask. But see, that's what happens when you don't have your own and you're in survival mode. Can't lose this job, so I got to play along to get along. And it gets tiring. And listen, just give it. It's a matter of time. It's not going to serve you well. Watch. It's a matter of time. I've seen many of those kind sit up, oh, long as I got mine, and they think they're all Gucci good and all that. Oh, I've seen them. I have seen that a many times backfire. The same ones they thought would have their back, it doesn't work for you like that. So yeah, I thought the fact that it happened was shocking, but it's like, can you understand what that does to her mentally? I could, I'm still, he put her out of the house. So she's gone to work, came up with an idea. Brad acted bad. Other people looking. She's been assaulted, pushed her in her chest. The stuff on her desk moved. And then you were told to go back there, and then your father doesn't believe you. She hasn't been known to be a drama queen. I've never had to come with a false allegation. I haven't. He doesn't believe you, and then you've been assaulted, and then he puts you out. What the hell they do this at? And wait a minute, you think it's a younger dude? This is an older cat. This is an older dude. What, about 70? Late 60s, 70? He's an older. That's why it's like, you gotta be kidding me. I couldn't put the daughter out, and she needs to apologize to come back home. So yeah, when I hear the people, we sympathize as a human being. But when I hear people doing bad things, something happens, and then they look at you as a black woman, like, you hear that happen? Like, we're supposed to get activated. Some happen with us every day, so what you want me to do? Again, I'm not Mammy Brown. I'm not for anyone being mistreated, male or female, gay or straight. I'm not for anybody being mistreated. But when I see circumstances, it's like, I'm not one of those as a black woman. We're supposed to be our reactionary to everything. Because guess what? Things happen to us every day, and quite often we are never believed. Never believed. We don't get the sympathy other women do. So yeah, people, someone made a comment, oh, the lady said this happened to her, and I said, okay, and I don't know if it happened. I've heard chicks before that look like her that'll say, oh, I was dating this black man, and, oh yeah, and he did this to me, and then we look up, there are some text messages about him meeting you in the boom boom room. Oh, so what? Oh, a breakup went down. Oh, he was Mr. Hit It and Quit It. And so now you want to file a charge. Yeah, I've heard of that. So someone was like, oh, we think about it. I said, I don't think about it. I said, that's what she says happened. If it happened, it's unfortunate. What do you want me to do? Because I don't know the chick is lying. I find it kind of, everybody reacts to different things differently. But I sure don't understand these chicks. If a man has violated you, I see why you see him in public and you talking calm and let you don't have to let him have it. To call the I just don't understand that. That's what I didn't understand. You would avoid, but you see him walk up to y'all exchange words. Did you let him have it or say, I know what you did to me? I don't. That's why I don't understand. So my thing is, I'm like, okay, so that lets me know there's been some kind of communication. I'm not going to jump on a bandwagon. If that happened, it is very unfortunate, and justice should be dealt. Like again, I don't support anybody being hurt. But when they're, like I said, that right there, I said, so that right there, what you want me to do? Just jump out and say, oh my, go get this guy. So she needs to go ahead and press charges. And the fact that you haven't on that is making me wonder. So you say this happened, then there was a conversation after the fact. That tells me, don't know what was said in the conversation, but that tells me something was occurring. So maybe something that you didn't like. You guys have a prior relationship. So once you said this happened, you all are sitting in public talking again, and now we got an allegation. So it's making me wonder, could it have been a breakup? Let's see the text. I'm not going to just hop on a bandwagon and go, oh, I know he did it, because I don't know if he did it. I don't know. So people expect us to be all, oh, go to the black woman like we're supposed to be Mammy Brown. Oh, come here, baby. I was giving you a hug. I know he did it. You would never. I don't know that. But I know in black women, when we're in circumstances, what Malcolm X said, we are the least respected, unprotected. And then you wonder why I got to be all masculine, because you know that you're on your own. So sad to say, this is the second incident. I thought about that on my Patreon video, and that's from like a year ago. I said, wow, this is the second video on our own. You're not protected in society, not even protected in your home. What do you think about this mess? This man, I had a little respect for him. I've heard some things. This does it. I have no respect for it. And you wonder why they sitting up here dying alone. And the ones that surround him, they're only there for one reason: money. That'd be the only reason. Anyway, that was just shocking. I just felt bad for her, and I thought, young and scared. Again, we're a lot of times black women, no matter what happens, we are hardly ever believe we're on our own in society, in the world. And guess what? There's not even any protection in the home. It just really just sickened me. It just sickened me, so I put out. Wow. Anyway, let me know what you all think about this. Thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share them out.